Hello dear friends, greetings from Henan province south of Anhua. Right now we're walking through the canyon which is located not far from the ancient tea horse road Chama Gudao. The Chama Gudao linked southwest China with India via Tibet, similar to the Silk Road which linked China to Europe. Cha is the Chinese word for tea, Ma means horse, Gu means ancient, and Dao means the way, path or road. The Chama Gudao was used to transport Yunnan tea from China in exchange for Tibetan horses. Today, I would like to tell you why red tea, or Hong Cha in Chinese, has become incorrectly called black tea in Europe and other Western countries. First of all, it's connected to the fact that when the first European traders came to China, they spoke mostly to people with Guangdong or Canton dialects and Minanyu Hua native speakers from the south of Fujian. The word chai in Russian as well as Turkish, Iranian and many other languages has the root cha, the Chinese word for tea. The Romanian language has the root tea, because in Canton and Minanyu Hua dialects, tea is translated as tea in different variations of pronunciation, because every dialect has subdialects. So, in the same way, red tea has become known as black tea in Europe because of the misunderstandings of the first traders who named the tea black because of the colour of the leaves and their own perceptions. But in China and the Middle East, it is still called red tea, Hong Cha in Chinese, or Chai Ahmar in Arabic. There is one more problem with the translation. For example, when somebody is talking about red tea in English, they often use the word oxidation, but the correct word to describe this process is fermentation. Red tea, as well as many other varieties in different degrees, undergo the process which in Chinese is called fa jiao or fermentation. Shu, pu'er, dark tea, red tea, and some other varieties including oolong undergo fermentation as well, and technically oxidation is not the correct term. However, in English, it has become common to use the term oxidation. There are many incorrect idioms due to the wrong initial translations, because of the dialects or because of misunderstandings. Therefore, we've got incorrect English tea language from the viewpoint of the term's origins and its original meanings. Similarly, now it is happening with the same term, hei cha. Right now, we're in Henan, and I've remembered this story because hei cha is translated by Chinese tea companies into English as dark tea in order not to confuse it with black tea. Because, in English, what is known as black tea is actually called red tea in China. And in order not to confuse hei cha with black tea, they used to call it dark tea. Actually, the term hei can be translated this way, but in reality the word hei means black in Chinese, not dark. I personally think there will be times when more and more tea traders, first of all English speaking, I had a discussion at one tea forum with English native speakers, and that's why I want to tell you about it. So, as more and more English speaking traders begin negotiating with Chinese directly, not with the tea resellers or with resellers who know the original meaning of words, they will use the correct term red tea. Some fans of black tea say that red tea is Rooibos, but Rooibos is not red tea. It is a herbal drink from South Africa, and it has nothing to do with tea as a drink. Like willow herb, a popular Russian herbal drink, is not considered as tea. Willow herb is a herb, like components of other herbal drinks. It just has the prefix cha due to some historical factors, and it has nothing to do with camellia. So that's why such a game of terms exists. I think it would be better to write in English red tea, brackets black tea, for those who don't understand the difference and don't know exactly. Anyway, Russians have an advantage as the tea culture there is being formed away from the old tea market, where red tea is incorrectly named black tea, and so Russians are already accustomed to name the terms correctly. I'm very glad that we use the term hei cha and translate it as black tea, not dark tea, and red tea is called red tea, as well as other Chinese terms that are originally sourced from Taiwan or Japan, because because tea culture came from China no matter where it was developed further. Thus, it is correct to translate Chinese terms in the right way, not the way everyone's used to. The same way we confront hardened habits of pronunciation or naming in Russia. For example, there is a tea called Tei Guanyin. I've already talked about it a long time ago, and now I should repeat it, as unfortunately people keep searching for it in the wrong way. It is correct to write Tei apart from Guanyin. Tei means iron, while Guanyin is a name. So it is wrong to divide Guanyin from the point of view of translation from Chinese. But translation from Chinese is a different topic. Maybe we'll talk about it next time. I've already filmed a small blog about this, but it's short and lacks information that I'm aware of now. So I wish you nice tea parties and ceremonies, and see you next time.